Hello, welcome to Wisdom Wednesday. Today I will be sharing some tips on clean cake, but let me share a t-shirt with you first. This is a piece of bread. Whoa! And I dropped the mic. And it's all available at our t-shirt store. And I dropped the mic. Sorry about that. Can't really move stuff while I talk. Anyway, welcome to Wisdom Wednesday. I hope this finds you well and you're doing well during COVID-19. All right. So I just want to let you know that we have our Clean Label Cakes seminar up and ready for you to view if you missed this particular seminar 2 weeks ago. We have all the recordings on a Baker Academy. So just go to Baker View on there. If you can't access it, then you have to be a member. Signing up is free. And we will have Natalie's presentation there on an alternate kind of baking powder system that does not include aluminum or phosphates. Okay. And then we have information on cake flour. How often do you find information on cake flour? Like never. So Dr. Jane Bach gave an excellent presentation on cake flour, what you should look for in your specs, and what's the difference between chlorinated flour and heat-treated flour. Okay, so her entire presentation is on there, including the free downloads. And then we talk about maple fiber as a novel clean label fiber, and Jeremy Austin's presentation is all on there as well. So it talks about how this particular novel fiber is obtained and what its physical characteristics look like. We also have Richard Charpentier's excellent presentation on baking shelf-stable goods. Okay. And I want to really dwell on that a little bit more today because it's so important what he said about why these were in there in the first place. You know, when we bake cakes, usually we don't have these emulsifiers or other chemical sounding names in there. You know, so what happened along the way and why it's in there. He did talk more about it in his presentation on why we are experiencing such a shift right now and why it's so hard to go back to being clean or clean label for a lot of these things. And I just want to point out that we talked a lot about water activity and anti-molding, right? And because we're concerned about baking shelf-stable cakes and making them clean, you need to make sure that the water activity is down. How do you decrease water activity? You decrease water activity through increased bakeouts, through increased sugar addition, humectants, through increased total solids. And you can't usually do that without using high ratio cake flour, which is chlorinated flour. Again, a big challenge because this shift is happening going away from chlorinated flour. So that was a very interesting discussion on there on Dr. Jane's perspective on why we're slowly but surely doing that. So it's all on the downloadable section on Baker Academy. Okay, and then we go into innovative solutions for ache-free cakes and healthy icings. And in the lab, I actually used Dr. Mamoun's ingredients to whip out a really nice shelf-stable cream without the use of eggs or dairy products. Okay, so it's all in my baking lab session. You got to watch this entire seminar series is sponsored by J&K Ingredients and Puratos. And Puratos provided the baking lab session with excellent excellent vegan cake and yellow cake and vegan white and vegan chocolate devil's cake and brownies that I use for the shelf life tests. So I did promise a lot of you that I will post pictures when the cakes were moldy, and that was 1 week after I baked it for the class. At 1 week, it wasn't moldy. At week 2, it still wasn't moldy. Okay, and it's for both my control and product with Sourmate from J&K Ingredients. So both products are still not moldy. So I asked myself, what's my magical formulation for this no mold or mold-free clean cake product? And it's not because I have a sanitized environment. You know, it's right now it's COVID-19. We're baking at home. I've used my entire kitchen and my ovens. You know, it's not very mold-free. I baked a corn muffin, and within 3 days it molded. You know, so it's something to do with the formula. So I posted my formula, which is on the website, and you can access it, and you can try it for your site in your labs as well. But my suspicion is I've got a lot of sugar and fat in there, so the water activity is lower, and that's why it's taking a longer time to mold. But week 3, it hasn't molded yet, so I will get back to you when it molds. I'll post the pictures in the forums, okay, for those of you following this discussion. All right, so I do want to share a seminar that I'll be hosting tomorrow, and I have placed the links on here for you to register for the Middleby Bakery Innovation Center seminar series, which will talk about flexagility, talk about these kind of cakes, baking on a large, massive scale. That's about the most profitable way of baking cakes is on a large scale. Okay, so you ask, how can I afford such a system if all I can bake is cakes, right? I can't spend millions of dollars on a high output system and just bake cakes and nothing else. Okay, so I've taken a peek at the system. It is very interesting. You can actually bake a lot of products on it. Okay, so we're talking about baking, say, something like a filled cake, to a filled muffin, to cheesecakes, to cookies. All right, and you can switch back and forth from cakes and cookies on the same line. I'm not kidding. Okay, so to learn more, because you want to purchase such a system for your high output, you know, you should only look into this if you are a wholesale baker and you're using like 4 ovens at the same time and you're bursting at the seams. Okay, and you're deciding, oh, should I buy an oven just for cakes? Because the batch oven is the most flexibility I can get out of any kind of system. So I wanted you to take a peek at the Middleby Autobake Serpentine system. And they have used the Heinz Bock technology and the Sadako technology to really provide a very flexible solution to any commercial wholesale baker out there who is trying to expand their business. Okay, so come join me. I include the link, and it's you have to register for it. That's all we ask for is register your name and your company, and you get free entrance to the seminar. And I will be hosting it, and we'll have fun looking at a lot of the different products that can be produced with this system. Okay, so I will see you tomorrow, and I hope you have a lucrative week baking. It's still crazy out there, so please stay safe, everybody. Bye.